Good morning, good morning, good morning. Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV. Well, let me adjust the camera a little bit just so I'm in shot. Thank you very much. The morning after, I normally do the morning after the game before, but it's the morning after the tweet before. Because last night there was a huge, as we was doing Friday Night Pint, there was a huge announcement that Grady Diangana have left the football club. He was announced by West Brom. It was confirmed by West Ham. Just while we was doing Friday Night Pint, you can go back and watch that today. We was all so disappointed. There was, it was topsy turvy emotions because people started to say that he changed his mind and he was on his way back. Within sort of 10 minutes, it all come out that he'd already gone. He'd signed a 4-year deal, and now he's a West Bromwich Albion player. That's disappointing enough as it was, but the thing that happened afterwards was I think quite significant in the fight against the ownership and the disdain of the ownership. Because the captain of the football club, I think if there's one person that could that you would want to tweet his disdain or make his disdain known, is the captain of the football club. An internal matter, something that would normally keep behind closed doors. But it's got to the point now where the captain feels like he needs to make his feelings known because he can see what's going on. I can see your comments in the comment section over there. I'm going to get to them in a minute. But the captain tweeted out, let's get the tweet up to see. I can't put it on the screen, but I'm going to get it up to see. I'm back. I don't know what happened there. I think it just crashed out. It's done this a couple of days in a row. I'm going to have to stop doing it on this computer. I'm going to have to use a different one. But he tweeted something like, he's upset, angry, and sad that Grady's left the club. Now, this is a direct slap in the face to the board. And if you want anyone to come out in support of the fans, because we had the day before, don't forget, we had the day before Jim Smith on TalkSport. We know Jim Smith is a wind-up merchant, and he's going, we don't know. They're talking about the sale of him. It's good price for him. We don't know what they want. What do they want? Get behind the player. Now, get behind the players, get behind the team, get behind the board was his message. Now, it doesn't seem like the team are behind the ball because there's not only him. I've got toothpaste on my shirt there. It's not only him that has tweeted his disdain. It's let's go through the list. Rice liked the tweet. Masuaka commented on the tweet. Jack Wilshere, all in the first team, have Jim White. Did I say Jim Smith again? Declan Rice, Jack Wilshere, Arthur Masuaka have all commented on the captain's post. Now, if you want anyone to sort of air the dirty laundry, it's the captain of the football club, because he is probably the one person that they can't try and sell, bench, or anything like that, because he's been there longer than them. You know, we call him Mr. West Ham for a reason, and it's just, this is me personally. I think he feels a little bit hurt and upset by them, because it's turning into, and I said this on Friday Night Pint last night, it's turning into the West Ham of Terence Brown era, the West Ham that's not going anywhere, the West Ham that's got no ambition to go anywhere, the West Ham that's happy to take 18th, 17th place every season, not go down, and all of that sort of stuff. Differences between now and then is, in between that, they've sold the bowling, and they've told us all we was going to be, or going to try to make us into a competitive football team. That's the difference between them and Terence Brown. There is no, Terence Brown didn't bullshit us. He never turned around and said, you know what, we're going to try and win the league. We're going to try and get into Europe. We're going to try and get into the Champions League. No, he didn't. He got on with it. He kept silent. He was a prick, but he was a straight up prick. And that's the difference. But these lot, and I think Noble feels personally hurt, because he went out of his way at the last game of the bowling to turn around to say something like, this club isn't run like a circus anymore. And I know that hurts him, because he gets that thrown in his face by fans every single other day. I think when, Gold & Sullivan are just going along and doing this and doing that, and getting on with their merry lives, making the football club more and more of a shambles. And he stuck his neck out for them and turned around and said, it's going to change. It's going to be different. This club isn't run like a circus anymore, and all that. And I think Gio summed it up perfectly on a channel the other night, when he turned around and said, a circus do a better job, because you're meant to have clowns at a circus. These clowns are not meant to be here. They're meant to be trying to run a football club. And he's completely right. He's absolutely right. He's, somebody said this morning, I see a tweet this morning by somebody, and he said that, it shouldn't, he's done a wrong on air, the captain. It shouldn't be aired. Dirty laundry shouldn't be aired out in public. It should be dealt internally, blah, 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 blah. It makes the club look a shambles and all that. And I replied to the tweet with this, is they are quite happy to air their dirty laundry to all of these in-the-know sites and all of this sort of thing. Let's go back to the Declan Rice contract situation. They leaked every single part of his contracts out in the public to benefit them, because they was trying to force the boy to take the deal and force him into signing when he was trying to push for a little bit more money. Probably what he's worth, to be quite honest with you. He's worth, if anyone in the club's worth £100,000 a week, it's him. And they was quite happy to go out and tell all these in the knows the contract that they've offered him, the stipulations that are in his contract, the bonuses that he would get, trying to make him look like a greedy boy, so he gets forced into publicly signing the contract. They're quite happy to air their dirty laundry when it suits them. And this is what I said in a tweet. I think this is a taste of your own medicine, to be quite honest with you. Absolute shambles. The fallout this morning. I think the best thing that's come out of this is that they can walk into that changing room with their head held high, knowing that the captain is behind the team. They can all sit there without repercussion and air their views to the manager, air their views to the chairman, because the captain is the one that started off the movement. And if anything good's come out of this situation, I mean, I wish Grady all the best. All the best. I think he's going to be a terrific player. I think West Brom have absolutely pulled our pants down, and it makes us look like a real bad selling club again. But fantastic for West Brom. I'm happy for Slav. I'm happy for Dixie. I'm happy for Grady, because Wilshere turned around and said in an Instagram post that You know, go to a club that respects you. So he's indicating there that the club didn't respect him at all. Do they have a respect for anyone? I don't know. I don't know. But the best thing that's come out of this is that for the past, I'm going to say 15 years, this fan base has been divided one way or the other, especially since 2010, especially when they took over. There's always been people that hated them. There's been an equal number of people that liked them. As the years have gone on, the tide is swaying the other way. There's more people that don't like them than like them, you know, and I'm guilty of that. When I first come in, I thought they was the saviours of this club. I thought they was the saviours. But, you know, a lot more people have shown their disdain for them than have in the last few years. And I think this is, I think, basically the straw that broke the camel's back. I think this is the one where they just turn around and say, everybody's united again. Everyone's got the same opinion. Nobody's arguing. Everybody has pulled together. And the thing is, I'm worried for the football club. We've got a really bad start. We see what happens when players are unhappy. We've seen that under the Pardew era when we nearly went down, the Tevez years and all of that sort of thing. It's really sad to think that this could be the end. But if it's for me, this is my opinion. This is not the opinion of others, but this is my opinion. If it's the straw that breaks the camel's back, if it's the thing that drives them out of this club, then I'm all for it, to be quite honest with you. Tell me what you think. Let's take some of the comments in the comments. Well, in the live chat, we'll take some comments from you guys. Seeing as we're live, we might as well do that. Mark is right, says Terry Cunningham. Jamie Thomas says, I feel so proud of every single player last night for Grady. Amaz Mikey says, good on Nobes, saying what we all feel. Surely this is the final nail in their coffin. I froze for a little while, so I'll go back there. I hope Grady gets a cracking season. Good luck to him. That West Brom game at the Hawthorns end of the season could send us down. Odds on Grady getting the winner. It says, all right, Tony Ball. Join stream, it's crashed. If it doesn't stay at the club right now, nothing does. Let's go down a little bit. I hope that the board can finally realise what they have done. When the players talk about it, then you know it's not good. The day before it came out that we'd accepted the bid, I was just thinking how the academy was one part of West Ham that's run professionally. Rick Ackerby says the club is in a shocking state. Time for deuce changes, but we can. It's still behind the team. Will Shear also tweeted. I didn't see his tweet. It was Jack Sully on his ZX Spectrum trying to stop us moaning. I'm sure he's talking about when I froze. Always dreamt of taking my son West Ham. I don't want this for him anymore. Louis Ford says, did we really bid £27 million for Turovsky, or is it a cover-up? I've seen a mix of everything, and I'm not sure what to believe. Louis, I'll answer that quickly. Even if we did bid 27 million for him, Burnley have categorically said that's not enough. So it's like, as I said before, would you walk into a sweet shop and offer 20 pence for a Mars bar and expect to walk out with it? You wouldn't, would you? You know, when you got kids all there and you got you got a pound in your pocket and you go to the geezer, I'll give you 20 pence for it. Do you expect him to accept it? He'd say no, and you just walk out and go, well, I tried to buy it, son. No, I couldn't. Oh, it's just a bloody mess at the minute. Somebody donated £5. Thank you so much for donating that. I'm so angry at the board. They don't care about the club or the fans. They just want money. It's a miracle we haven't gone down yet. GSB out. It's got, I mean, look at, I mean, even with the player disdain to that, I said on Twitter last night, what they should do is to make it, if they really wanted to make a statement, and I know they wouldn't because I know they're professionals, like especially Nobes is a professional. They should walk out for the Betway Cup today. Yeah, walk out, go and get kitted up, walk out, and as soon as that first whistle goes, either walk off the pitch as a collective, forfeit the cup to make a statement, or just sit down and refuse to play. Let the other team score, let them win the cup and all that, and then that would send a massive message, not only to West Ham, but to the fans. I mean, but to the West Ham, because it's a big sort of sponsored season opener for them by their principal sponsor that pay them a lot of money in a year. And if they all walked off, I think the chairman of Betway, who's probably going to be sitting there watching the game, is going to walk up to him and go, well, you know, what the fuck's going on? We've paid for all of this. And, you know, get him to explain it, because it's, you know, it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. It's just the way they've run the club, the way they've, you know, become a selling club again and all of that sort of thing. I mean, I thought it was bad before. I would, you know, I'm a whinging bastard, and I thought it was bad before. But this is just getting worse and worse and worse. The club is literally regressing. You can't blame COVID because nobody else is. We've got less to pay out, so you can't blame that. You've got the likes of Leeds, Newcastle, all trying to spend money. You know, even if they're free transfers, like you know, like Newcastle were getting, like Ryan Fraser and people like that. You know what I mean? And I think that is one of the things here, Anthony. I think that is one of the big problems. I think with the club. Salthouse did all right out of it. Now, if you don't know who Salthouse is, I'm not going to sit here and explain it. He's an agent that is linked heavily to Sullivan. People know my feelings, allegedly, what I allegedly feel. I think it's all a big mates club, to be quite honest with you. I think it always has been. I think it always will be. You know, and yeah, I think walk off the pitch. That's what I thought today. Walk off the pitch, let Sullivan sit there and explain to the principal sponsor why the game isn't going on, why the whole event that they pay for isn't going along. TSC 777, Nicky, you and the boys doing a watch along for the Betway Cup today. Do you know what I was going to? But I don't know whether I will. I don't know whether I will. And that's saying something. You know what I mean? I watch the Premier League. It's important, but I think a media like a channel blackout would be good today. I think anyway. I've got something coming up on the Betway Cup. I've got a little. We've got obviously a little sponsorship deal with Odds Checker, and we've got the countdown to the Premier League. So I'm going to put a little, not Betway Cup preview up, but a little sort of history of the Betway Cup up. So that'll be out in the next hour or so or two. So. Keep out for that. I may do the watch along. I just don't know yet. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I know I've rambled on for a little while now. Go and check out our other videos. You know, go and check out Friday Night Pint last night. That's when it was all breaking. It was all going down. You can see all of our reactions on that. I know it's 2 hours, but just give it a glance. It's funny at the end as well. We can actually laugh at ourselves. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. One thing left to say. Come on, you irons.